Gemini, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. You guys are being guided by the fox spirit. This is the one that wanted to come out and guide you guys this week. So there's a few messages that I'll bring up with this. One, this is telling me, you are Gemini, so the fox kind of fits with you because you guys are very quick thinkers. You're quick learners. You're able to adapt to situations and use your brain very wisely. So really, this is very important for you guys this week to really be yourself when it comes down to those aspects of you. It's also about being or meeting a wise teacher this week. And also what's interesting in the deck that this come out with, it also represents about making sure that you do connect with your loved ones, okay? Because being a part of a community and connecting to those that you love is also just as important. Okay, maybe you have some tendencies to slip away, find your independence. The fox spirit really says it's not a good time to slip away right now. It's a really good time to connect with those that you love, to spend loving moments with your partner, with your family, with your friends. If you don't have anyone, it's a really good time to put yourself out there to make some good connections, okay? So anyway, let's dive into the rest of your reading, my angels, and see what comes up for you. All right, let's have a little look and see from my gorgeous Geminis, what is something that they need to hear for the week ahead? Mending, okay? So maybe you and somebody else had a little bit of a falling out here. This is a really good time to, again, mend those bridges, open up to others at this time. Mending is also about fixing something, right? When you're mending something, you're mending it. It's usually broken. So this is also a really good time to kind of, I don't know why I'm sensing with this card, to fix things that you may have been postponing, get back to the things you may have been postponing. I'm also seeing like old projects that maybe you got a bit overwhelmed with. It's a good time to bring that back. Right, let's see. Anything else for Gemini? Rest and rejuvenation coming through as well. So this is going to be a really good time to meditate, to sit with yourself, to contemplate, to rest. All right, doing anything that's good for your body. I don't know why this card really reminds me of health, focusing on your health as well. So this is a really good time to do that, okay? Focusing on your breath work, meditation routines, connecting to yourself. They're in similar positions here, okay? So renewal has come through for you guys this week. You also have rejection, and you also have complacency. All right, angels. Now let's dive into the rest of your reading, then we'll see. All right, so when complacency comes up, guys, it kind of really, this card really reminds me of like, don't live in regret, and also like don't stay stuck where you are, because complacency, when we're complacent, we're like, I don't need to do anything. I don't need to do anything different. I don't need to change anything. It can be kind of about feeling, how can I explain it? It's almost like, it's okay to feel like you've achieved a lot, and it's like, great, like that's good. I'm glad you're in a position where you feel like, oh, you know what, things are okay right now. Like I don't need to do anything different. I don't need to change it. But like later on, will the future you say the same thing about where you are now? I think that's a question to ask yourself, because complacency is like, it seems like she's living in regret, like because she stayed where she was. The weather changed. I don't know what the story is of the card here, but it just kind of looks like she's now in a difficult situation because she didn't move when everyone was moving, or when the energy was moving. So for some of you, if you're being called to do things, you have renewal here, rest and rejuvenate, you got mending. There's a lot of action cards, and of course foxes think on their feet. They're able to think fast and adapt to situations. Just make sure that we're not going to regret certain decisions, okay? Let's move forward. Let's not be complacent. Let's make changes. Let's move forward. Let's not stay where we are, even if it's comfortable. All right, even if it's like, yeah, I'm not going to bring up any more examples. I promise, guys, I'll get moving. Right, so rest and rejuvenation, just so you can see it up close. I always see this as a health card, okay? So focusing on your health, resting, rejuvenating, feeding yourself well and nutritious meals, and focusing on your workout routines, or getting your blood pumping, whatever it is to you guys. It's good for your body, it's good for your mind, it's good for your soul. So get into things that do that for you as well. Even if it's just resting, that's also really amazing too, if that's what you need. Mending here is about teamwork and collaborations, and building something with somebody, or mending something with somebody. So whether that's reconciliation and forgiveness, and making amends with somebody, or whether it's about collaboration, we'll see how it comes up during your week, or all could be true for you. Let's see. You also have renewal, which also seems to be sitting in a very meditative position as well, just like the rest of rejuvenation. So again, there is an inner renewal going on within you, which I love. I always say with this card that you are changing. This is a base chakra card, so your identity is changing. The way that you are in the world, who you show up as, is also changing too, which is good. All right. You can see here she's got winter on one side and spring on the other, and it always represents that your seasons are changing. If you've been going through a period of struggle and sacrifice like winter usually represents, then now you're entering your season of thriving and fruition, and flowers start blooming. It's like a beautiful spring. It's new life. So this is what you're entering. This is where you're having this renewal, which I love. So there are going to be some new beginnings here. So make sure you're aligned. You do have rejection, so this could be you worried about the opinions of others or of potential rejection coming through that could be stopping you from moving forward. And you also have complacency, which we already kind of spoke about here. You also have you are enough coming through. This says self-love needed. You are perfect as you are, and you deserve love. Focus. You're being called to focus this week. All right. This says know what you want, believe you'll get it, manifest now. Okay, that kind of aligns with what we were saying about complacency. And then you're free yourself, which also aligns with that too. All right, and this says it's time to make a decision, follow your heart. Sometimes screaming helps. All right, let's carry on here, my angels. Let's dive into the rest of your tarot and piece these all together. Let's see, because we got a bunch of words here, and now it's time to see like how it actually is going to be in your life. For the lovely Geminis, can we get some cards? Page of Swords. Okay, there could definitely be somebody in the shadows who's watching you. This could be somebody that you are probably going to mend things with or heal from. This can also be about your own curiosity to dive deep. It makes sense a lot with that Fox card as well. So this is a really good time to research into things that you want to add or change in your life, okay? And I say add, I think it's important because with complacency, don't ever settle in life. Gemini, is really important. We make sure that it's always good to strive for more, always be grateful for what you've got and know that you have more than enough anyways. But it's okay to achieve new things and to go towards new things. And again, with complacency, it's really about kind of stepping up into what it is that you want for yourself so that you later don't live in regret, right? For being too comfortable. So the Page of Swords is a really great card for diving deep into some knowledge, understanding things. And if you don't understand things, it's all about diving deep into the layers to understand it, right? It's about clearing that cloud that's behind them. So any information that you guys need, this is a really good time to look it up. All right. You also have the Knight of Pentacles as well, which I always see as a really good card for personal development. It's like he's looking at these seeds and wondering if he will plant them. And maybe again, also really good for research too. If you have any ideas about your career, about your money, your investments, about yourself in general, like it's Pentacles. So whatever it is you're focusing on, it's long term. It's a really good time to focus on and think and research into things that you can do now that will later pay off for you, because these are seeds that you're planting today, right? These things that you're doing, the action that you're taking, or even the plan that you guys are trying to figure out, these are all seeds. When you plant the seed, put it in the ground. It's going to take a little while for it to grow and show fruit for you, okay? But you are on this, you're in this in-between stage where you are going to step into that spring where you are going to see a lot of fruit for your actions and your labor in life, right? So all of this is really, really good. Another really good card maybe for an opportunity coming away, financial opportunity, or you're really focusing on building something here. Then you have the gorgeous Sun card as well, the best card in the deck. The research that you're finding is not only going to give you clarity, it's going to give you a lot of happiness as well. All right, wherever you're moving into, you're going to have a lot of happiness this week as well, which is awesome. Let's see what else is going through for my Geminis. Three of Cups. The Ten of Swords. It could have been a very difficult ending in a friendship or with three people in particular. Maybe you've had some difficult dynamics with, okay, because you have three faces here and three people here. Right, let's see what that's about. The Ten of Swords being in the center of your reading. My goodness, Gemini, it really is about an ending of a chapter of your life. You could be the one that's causing the ending though, because you're a Gemini, right? The King of Swords is here, which is also like the fox spirit, being intelligent, being cunning, being strategic about your actions. Okay, so maybe you are the one that's kind of putting a barrier here between you and others at this time. If they're not very good people for you, or they were not serving you well, or maybe you have changed since then. because he's got the sword, right? It's interesting. I'm going to clarify all of these anyways. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Three of Cups is also about celebration, guys. So again, you have two cards about celebration here, particularly when it comes down to your finances as well. By the way, whatever it is that you're researching on, you are going to find a lot of achievement doing that, and also a lot of long-term success with the Queen of Pentacles there. You have the Five of Wands, a card of conflict, and the Lovers coming through here. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. I'm going to speak about it very quickly. I already showed you the top line. Three of Cups could represent three people, but it is a card of celebration. And again, it can be a socializing card as well. So there's a lot of meanings in the tarot, so I'm going to throw them all out there. But it could be friendships, for example. Because you have mending here, there is potentially going to be a chance to forgive or release something. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to let them into your life, but there is this element of like mending and resting and healing from something here. And it could be a rejection of some kind from a social group, or I don't know what it is. But Three of Cups could have some influence over that. But of course, it's also saying you're going to have some success in your life as well. Make sure you're celebrating the small wins and being grateful, because that always comes up. The Three of Cups is my definition for it anyway. It's about loving the journey. All right, that's something that is important for you. Ten of Swords is, of course, a 10. So it is completion of a chapter that has been very difficult and painful for you. Okay, very abrupt ending. King of Swords is that fox energy. You are stepping into a much more intelligent and strategic side of yourself, using your brain a bit more, Gemini, using your amazing skills and abilities, because you are Mercury ruled. Your headspace is your superpower, right? Your way of thinking and talking, communicating is all super important, and this week you are going to be using that. What's interesting is, like, over here we have the Sun, the you here, King of Swords, and the Lovers. So for a lot of you, maybe there is some really good news or some happiness coming through when it comes down to your life and maybe a relationship, because the Lovers is here. But also, if it's not a relationship, it could really be about the decisions that you're making are ones that bring you so much happiness and also are very important for you moving forward. All right. Ten of Swords with the Five of Wands, there's a little bit of conflict here, but let's dive in a little bit deeper and clarify some of this stuff to understand what they mean. All right, let's dive a little bit deeper for the Geminis. All right, let's see the Page of Swords. Why is this here? Oh, some cards are in reverse. Nope. What? Sorry, let me just fix the deck here. I think it's better. Right. The Page of Swords for Gemini. The Star, renewal. Look at this. Whatever it is, whatever chapter you want to enter, it's a really good time to actually start to research and dive deep into what it is you desire in your new chapter of your life. All right. Now, the only thing that's really coming through as a new chapter is that there's definitely been an ending. Like, I'm not seeing any, like, the renewal seems to be letting go of that old sense of self. Like, this seems to be the winter is definitely where there's been a lot of backstabbing, betrayal. Maybe people have just not had your best interest. It does feel people related. So friends, family, whatever. That's changing. Like, you're kind of putting, I don't know why I'm seeing like a little bit of people treating you badly. Anyway, that's all changing. You're no longer becoming that person. You're healing from it. You're understanding why that happened, and you're moving forward. The Page of Swords, all about diving deep. With the Star is diving deep into healing so that you can renew and heal from a situation. Okay, so that you no longer live in regret. Okay, because maybe complacency happened, or was a feeling that, complacency may have led you to stay in certain situations because you felt comfortable enough to stay there. It wasn't that bad. Oh, it's okay. I don't know, but the Star card here is really about your dreams and goals. So really dive deep into what it is that you really desire in this next chapter. Okay, and get clear on it, because it is going to happen, as we've been saying. The Star card is not only healing, it's wish fulfillment. So whatever it is that you desire, you will have it. So get clear on what it is if you don't have a goal already. And by the way, if you don't feel aligned to your old goals, have some new ones. Restart your vision board, get fresh ideas. Okay, with that renewal card, I think that's important for some of you. Right, let's look into the Knight of Pentacles. Why is this here? Oops, we'll take that. The Wheel of Fortune. So this is where things change. Again, the wheel is also kind of about seasons changing too. I always it is definitely about that, because it's like the wheel is turning. Okay, whatever is it has landed on in your life, you're getting another spin. I don't know why I'm seeing it as like one of the jackpot things now instead of how I usually see it, but it's like you're getting another spin, you're getting another chance, Gemini, to build on something, or maybe it's a career, that you're getting another chance in, or such. And I don't know if it's like a money goals, you're getting another chance with something. All right, well, maybe it is a career opportunity. Now, there's nothing screaming past here, but it's like because of that kind of not lottery spin. What is it when they spin the wheel? It's like I feel like that's your other chance to do that. And I really do feel like this time you're really going to commit fully to it and really take advantage of all the good things that come with it. So financial upgrades, this is like within your own self, as well as a lot of stable building. Like I'm seeing building blocks. All right, so this is really nice. The Wheel of Fortune is fortune, right? And it with the Knight of Pentacles as well, whatever it is that you're doing in time, it's also kind of divine timing. It will give you a lot of luck and good things. Okay, so I like that. Then we have the Sun card, which is incredible. Let's see what that is about for you guys. Why is the Sun card here? The Empress as well. Beautiful energy. The Empress is the pregnant lady in the deck. So some of you, if you are finding out news that you're having children, then congratulations. But of course, that's not for everybody. The Sun and the Empress, to do with yourself, is really all about self-love, especially with that you are enough. Like it's like you're finally getting it into your head here, Gemini, and your subconscious beliefs that you really are enough, and that you really do deserve love, and that you really do deserve all the great things that you are desiring. But again, you've definitely had difficult relationships. Whoever I'm speaking to, not just relationships like love, I'm talking about friendships too. Like I really sense a lot of difficulty, because clearly you've got to have gone through difficult situations to kind of have the opposite feelings of love for yourself, right? And believing that you're worthy. So with the Empress and the Sun, I feel like you're finally free, you're finally feeling good, you're finally stepping into alignment, listening to your body, treating yourself better, feeling worthy, and attracting energies in with the Empress. Okay, you're bringing something to life as well. Whatever you're bringing to life, of course, if you're not pregnant, it does mean that you're making something and you're bringing it to life. That's also quite good as well too for your future. So whatever it is you're doing, if it's a plan, if it's just a sense of being, whatever it is you're working on behind the scenes is really going to be incredible for you. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So you have the star, the wheel, and the Sun all in the same line together with the Empress. Some of you are absolutely going to be in the spotlight. Some of you are absolutely just going to have so much success and fortune. Why? Because you are worthy of it. All right, so you're freeing yourself from anything that has been very difficult for you lately, which we're about to get into. Why is the Three of Cups here, please? The Nine of Wands, speaking about your boundaries, and the Ace of Wands. So that's interesting. Expect potentially somebody to come through with a new beginning here. Now, there's a few ways I'll speak of this because it will be different for everyone. This is the thing about doing general readings, right? The Three of Cups, again, it is about there's so many different. Okay, so for those of you out there who have had very difficult friendships, it potentially, for some of you, there could be some people coming back around again with the Ace of Wands, with like an offer of a passionate new beginning. Remember the good old days, Gemini? Or remember the fun we used to have. That could be coming through. Somebody's coming through for a chance to mend things with you. But the Nine of Wands is here, which is telling me that you do have your guard up. You've been hurt by this person before, and you're unsure about whether you want this new beginning or not. Okay, that up to you to make that decision. Three of Cups. Now, if you definitely don't want these people around, it might not be that message here. I see for some of you that it's really about you have your guard up, but I do feel like you are wanting more friendships. And actually it makes so much sense with the Fox spirit, because it was saying that it's a really good time to connect with people that you love. Okay, you have boundaries and barriers at the moment, because as I've been saying, I really feel strongly that at the moment you're struggling a lot with your dynamics with others, or it's something that still hurts you or influences your day to day. The Nine of Wands says that you're a bit of a wounded warrior here, but that Ace of Wands, you do have some hope deep down that there is something out there for you that is aligned to you. And the Ace of Wands does say that potentially doing a new hobby or some sort of new passion, or maybe going into a new place, might actually bring in some more friendships. Okay, so that could be something that could be good for you. If you're moving, then again, or going into a new career, there could be some really good friendships here that are worth celebrating in some way. Now, outside of friendships and people, the Three of Cups also being about gratitude. It's hard when things have been a struggle for you. Similar message, but it's different for everybody, of course, with how it applies. Wounded warrior in whatever area this difficulty has been, but there is some really good positive news coming up ahead for you. The Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups, absolutely some sort of thing to celebrate. Okay, so whether it's good results, I thought I just died, guys. What the frick just happened? I scared the crap out of me. I need some time. My chair just literally just fell down, and I thought I died. Right, Gemini, that knocked me out of my flow. Let's be professional, right? The Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups, it definitely is something to celebrate this week. Anywho, let's carry on. Right, the Ten of Swords. Let's see what that's about, guys. Why is the Ten of Swords here for? Three of Swords and the complacency and free yourself. Look at how that came up here, guys. So this Ten of Swords, again, it could be a really difficult chapter in your life where there was a lot of heartache and pain, whether it's from others, rejection in your life, whatever it may be. But it could also be internal. It could be feeling like maybe you do look back at some areas of your life with some kind of regret. Like, I wish I wasn't, super complacent back then. Like, I wish I did it a little bit more. I wish I did make the use of my body, made the use of my health, made the use of something, like there is a little bit of regret here with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. But the good thing about this is you are ending it, okay? And as we've been saying, you have really positive things coming up for you. You have new beginnings coming through that Ace of Wands as well. You're being called to think on your feet. So it's really about kind of putting an end to that part of yourself that kind of felt stuck in regret or whatever the Three of Swords represents to you. It's pain. So you are being called to free. It's time to make a decision. Follow your heart. What has it been screaming at you this entire time? All right, my angels, I'm embarrassed to show my face, to be honest with you. Right. What is your heart screaming for you to, and it says sometimes screaming helps. Yeah, your heart has been screaming for you to make some kind of change in your life. All right. Let's dive into the King of Swords for you. Let's see what's going on there. For some of you, it's about moving on as well, by the way. Four of Pentacles. So you guys are really strategizing the foundation for yourself here, because the Four of Pentacles is really good for your savings. It's really good for your foundation. I don't usually like it. I only like it in this deck. It depends on an illustration. Visualizing or visuals are very important for me as a reader. So with the Four of Pentacles, it really feels like you're keeping to yourself a bit more, which maybe is your lesson. If you've been through very difficult friendships or relationships, you may have learned a very strong lesson about boundaries and how much you give to people because of how much, comes back. You're learning a little bit more about that balance here, which is important. So maybe that's what the mending is. You're learning the lesson. You're able to mend and heal certain wounds, even if it's not reconciliation. But the Four of Pentacles tells me that you guys are really focusing and retaining a lot more of your energy and your finances, okay? So that you can have a stable foundation and feed yourself first before you feed everyone else. And that's not selfish. All right. And with that King of Swords, swords usually are more cold and detached because they're more strategic, they're more logical. And it feels like maybe you have ruled with your heart in the past, and that's where things got a bit complacent, or you were running with your feelings a little bit here, and it ended up in a very difficult and it kind of ended in a very difficult way. Now what's changing is you're becoming a lot more strategic, and you're able to retain a lot more. You're now actually having a solid foundation that people cannot, interfere with. So your own savings, working on yourself. If you do struggle with finances at the moment, this is also what's changing with strategy. It's not going to change on its own here. It's also about making sure that you're a bit more frugal with your finances too. And making sure that we're not giving or spending, and being more strategic, using more logic over your feelings. I don't know if you ever have like when you're feeling sad, you just want to spend something, have something new. That's changing, or needs to change. You need more strategy. All right. Anyway, let's dive into the Queen of Pentacles, see why she is here for you guys. It does feel like you guys are going to enter better finances for your life. Okay, you have the Six of Wands and the Fool card. So with the Queen of Pentacles being about focusing a little bit more on building this foundation up for yourself of having a luxurious life and financially being very stable, and it's a beautiful energy. You have the Fool and the Six of Wands. So there is success around this energy and also a leap of faith going on. So maybe by starting a new journey, you're going to realize you're going to have a lot more success. Things are a bit more easy flowing. Things are more stable. And maybe, again, you're just getting a lot more recognition for what it is that you're doing. In terms of career, if you are going into a new career and that's your leap of faith, the Six of Wands again is like you are going to be in a very good position. You're going to get a lot of recognition, maybe even promotions and bonuses, because the Queen of Pentacles, again, she has more than enough in terms of finances. So that looks really good. Alrighty, let's put them together. Coming out the war successfully with the Six of Wands, by the way. So any conflict, actually, yeah. Interesting that they pulled me up to speak about that, because I always say that the Six of Wands is walking away from the Five of Wands. And I was saying it just before moving on to the Five of Wands, which I had forgot was there. So why is the Five of Wands here for Gemini? The Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It definitely feels like some of you, like these are not traditional cards for somebody coming back round again. Eight of Wands can represent communication. The Eight of Cups as well as like you walking away from something. So for a lot of you, there's a few ways I'll say it. Somebody could be coming through to communicate with you. They're saying things are equal now. Things have changed now. Six of Pentacles, that there's an equal give and take is what they're saying here. Maybe they do want to give you something too. But I feel like the Eight of Cups is saying that you know that this doesn't emotionally fulfill you. So whatever it is that they have to offer you, I think that you are walking away from whoever this is. Now, for the majority of you outside of that, the Five of Wands could also be, internal conflict with yourself, having clashing ideas or, wanting to make a change, but then another part of yourself is kind of clashing and overruling that. It's like a lot of different energies are going at each other. All right. They're going literally in kind of like a circle. They're just literally not going anywhere. They're just attacking each other. The Eight of Wands is different because it's focused energy. So a lot of you guys are finding routines, focusing on health, your well-being, your fitness, whatever it was that you were doing. I think that's a big part of that focus card that's coming through. You're being a lot more strategic. You're having a lot more routine in your life because the Six of Pentacles also represents that too. So if you're not doing it now, this is your advice from the cards here, that in order to overcome some clashingness going on, maybe some stagnancy because your mind is just, going at each other a little bit here, or if it's conflict around you as well, focusing on things that actually do bring you good results. So focusing on things that give back to you, friendships that give back to you, habits that give back to you, financial habits that give back to you. Like you're really focusing on what is balanced in your life, what has an equal give and take, and this is where things move forward for you. Eight of Wands is about positive news coming away. It's also, some of you again could be getting an increase in your finances as well with this combination, especially if there's been competition here. But also it's also about things really moving very quickly in your life and in one energy. Okay, they're all going in the same direction, so it's focused energy. Your focused energy is important. Do not engage in drama. Do not engage in conflicts that people want to have with you. And this is why this came up here as well, because you're moving towards much more stable times. All right, my angels. And lastly, we have the Lovers. Let's see what this is here. This is also your card, Gemini, so how can I forget? The Lovers came through, with two cards as well. Hold on. The Lovers came out with two cards. You have the Eight of Swords and the High Priestess. So this is really about trusting your gut instinct when it comes down to maybe making a decision about a love interest or with a love interest. Most of this is really about freeing yourself from your fears when it comes down to something here. Again, I don't know exactly what area of your life this is, but it's about your big decisions, okay, and important decisions for the future of your life, okay? Eight of Swords, you can see she feels stuck, she feels trapped, she feels like maybe even not willing to make a decision because she's fearful that she'll make the wrong one. But if she trusts her intuition and also realizes that she's not as stuck as she thinks she is, she's able to make a decision, right? So some of you trust your intuition when you might know deep down what you need to do anyways. moving forward. It could just be this renewal, whatever it is to you. It could be health choice, whatever it is. But also with the Eight of Swords and the High Priestess, a lot of you need to do some subconscious blockages, like meditations to free yourself from some mental blockages that are going on here, because a lot of you play small in life, but you're meant for big things, Gemini. All right, with that combination. You're worried, you feel trapped, you feel like, oh, I don't have any place to say anything or do that. But the Eight of Swords, you know, in her reflection she's stuck, but in her reality she's not. High Priestess, trust your gut instinct, trust your inner wisdom, your inner knowing. Unlock some intuitive power within yourself. Connect with your God, connect with your spirituality, connect with your faith, connect with yourself, all right? Because I think it's going to help with your confidence on making decisions, or in your relationship. There could be some, if you're in one, there could be some, you know, mental blockages when it comes down to that. Especially if you've got your guard up. A lot of you really, this is another theme coming through, these same cards coming through that are in the middle of your reading with the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords. A lot of you are still a bit heartbroken and have pain from how people have treated you in the past. So when it comes down to love or new people in your life, you do get a little bit like, I'm not going to let them in fully, you know. But you have the Ace of Cups here. You are enough. Do you blame yourself for things? You need to not do that. You've been gaslit, some of you. Anyway, my angels, I love you guys so much. These readings have been half an hour each. Let me know though if you enjoy that. I'm trying to make them smaller, but they seem to get longer every time I try. So, but anyway, I love you guys. Wish you all the best. Thank you for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy these readings, and share with your friends. Don't forget to share this to your fellow Geminis, or send their videos to them, depending on their signs. But anyway, I love you guys. Wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time.